Now we move on to our new topic, that is about the rural leaders. We will in this topic we will learn about the concepts, the traits, and how we select and what is the use of that particular thing, particular selection. So what actually leaders are. So leader is a person who has been spontaneously considered or chosen as a being influencer influencing in a specific situation. So a person who is a leader is considered to be chosen through his influencing power or situation that he produce before other people. Leaders are persons who are selected by the people because of their special interest or fitness to work on some phase of the local program. So, if I talk about the extension workers, they are one of the type of leader that they are selected by the organization, or they themselves got get some special interest in a particular local programs for dissemination of the information or the new practices or the pattern of crops and all. So these are the selected peoples. Then a leader is an individual whose relations, judgments, and feelings are accepted by the group as the basis of belief and action. So, the person who is a leader, he always has a group of people on which he tries to uh, monitor or tries to impose power. So, this person is a individual whose relations, means relation in the sense is whatever the way he is speaking to the person, the way he is trying to put effect on the others is what we consider as a relation in terms of leader. So judgment, whether the judgment is fair, and if the judgment is very fair and according to the need of the person, according to the need of the farmer, then they will be very much interested in like enthusiastically they will take part in this. And then uh, and feelings in the sense like he understands the way the person tries to acknowledge the problem. If the farmer is having a problem of irrigation, then he will understand the value of the water, and then he will tries to recommend practices which are related to irrigation. Okay. uh, as okay, except by the group. So all of these which is favorable, a very basic part that is seen in the leader is favorable to the person, and then that person tries to go for further things, and he builds a belief in the group by his actions. A leader is one who helps the member of the group. As an individual, he accepts the responsibility for thinking through the problems and working out solutions that needs to be discovered. So it's not like he just give a advice to them, but he helps the people to understand, like group. Okay, I am doing this thing. Maybe this is good for you, for the group, but also for the individual also. He keeps in mind this thing, and he takes the responsibility to think for them for the group. And then he works on the problem, he go in depth in the problem and understand like how much more improvement is required. Then leader should have a leadership quality. So leadership is a type of a quality that changes the behavior of the group or the person. So leadership may be described as the interaction between leader and followers in a particular situation. So whatever the situation can be, the situation can be related to road construction, um, um, uh, um, related to unemployment, related to irrigation problems, related to field problems, related to family problems. Any situation can be there, but the way the leader interact is the quality of a leadership. It involves attempts on the part of the leader. Okay, so it's not like always the complainer or the person who come for seeking help from the leader is the person who do all the process and all. It's a attempt that is made by the leader to affect the behavior of the follower in a situation. So it's not like the person who comes with the problem will change the um, behavior of the leader, but it's a good part. But still the leader has to have some quality to change the um, behavior of the followers. Means whatever the solution their problem they are coming up, he his leadership quality should give a particular situation that is very effective to them. In the view of leadership according to our present usage, meaning the direct face-to-face contact between leaders and follower, and it is a personal social control. It is personal social control. So leadership, like we if we talk about this, it's a direct interaction with the person who has the problem, and try to come up with face to face so that he or she can understand the problem very nicely. Between it is a contact between leader and the person who is following him, and it's a personal social control. Means like it the thing will not disseminate to the other group members. Maybe if he has or she has a personal problem, then it can be taken up through the leaders. Is the Furthermore, is the process of influencing the behavior of the individual. Like whatever we are studying in this course, that is about the fundamentals of extension agriculture extension education. Education plays a very crucial role in changing the behavior. So leadership is also related to educating the people in a very personal or a very confidential way and influential way. So they influence the behavior of the person and give situations in a given situation. Like uh, we don't consider everyone as our leader. Okay, so a particular leadership quality will attract the people to follow that person. Okay, so this is the in a particular situation, people start to judge who is our leader. Leadership is the phenomena of influencing, guiding, and directing the actions and thoughts of people in a in, intended direction. Okay, so whatever the direction they are following, you need to have a quality of leadership in a such a way that that particular person tries to get attached, influenced by the person's personality, by the person's thoughts, by the person's um, uh, solutions, and then go forward. So it's not only just influencing, it guides also for the problem they are coming, or maybe they will have some his original things or his own knowledge that should be he thinks or she thinks on her part, that his part, that it should be disseminated to the people, and that will guide to some development. So it need to be having a um, people's influence in that, so that leaders influence to the people so that they can follow that thing. Then what are the functions of a leader? If we talk about the functions of the leader, he represents the whole group, obviously. Like nowadays there are Kisan Andolan going on. So who is the leader? The person who is main chief of that group. He takes all the problems of that group, he talks to them beforehand, and uh, come up with so many listing of the problems. If he can give a solution on his part, so he gives the solution. If not, then he takes that particular problems to the further level. He speaks on the behalf of the group. So he says always like, my group says, no, we won't take this thing, or we are agreeing on this, so we all are agreement, we will sign the agreement or something like that. Coordinate the group activity. So he always coordinate the group activity because he is the representative, he is the person who is going to have a effective bond to the others. So he effective bond with the group people. So he tries to have a control over them and tell them to be actively participating in this, in whatever the program which is said towards them. He helps the group in sorting out the plans for achieving the goal. So whatever the goal is there of the group. Okay, so if a group tries to give an example, tries to have a solution on hospital facility, so they will choose a leader who can talk about the hospital facility to the local governments, LGs, or to the panchayat, and try to have a good interaction with the other people on the higher level, and then in some way he or she will tries to achieve the goal of having a healthcare in their village or in their society. He is responsible for the evaluation of the progress of the group. So even not just all the problems and all, even he sees like whether everybody in the group is supportive to them, and whatever he is doing on behalf of them, whether they are appreciating it or whether they are developing on their own part also or not. This is the responsible evaluation, means he takes a feedback from the group. The behavior of the leader and the relationship of the leader with the people may differ from situation to situation. So it's like it's not always good or in the positive sense. Sometimes most of the leader, they don't they disagree about the facts and solution that is produced by the leader. So even if there is a disagreement, it depends on the situation of what type of things is there. Okay, if your girls education is the topic, maybe 20 people are not a 50 people group is there, and only 20 people are saying yes and 30 people are saying no. So the person will have a some differences in the thoughts, but a leader should collaborate everything and try to change the behavior. Okay, and he should not like being a stubborn person or become rigid on the particular thing. Okay, so what are the skills of a effective community leader? First one is interpersonal skills. So the ability to interact with the people in a positive way. So if a person who is always trying to show the drawbacks of the village, drawbacks of the other people, drawbacks of everything, negative, 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 and it is and that produce a unwanted stress on the people or on the group. So this type of leader are not considered as people are not considered as a leader. So they have a interpersonal, the leader should have a interpersonal skills, means he or she should have a good way of communicating to the people, understanding the people, going, putting his leg in their shoe, and then understanding how much pain they are going, and then coming out with the solutions. Then self management, the ability to prioritize and complete tasks and deliver them within an allotted time. So like in schools and in college, we have group projects and all. So there will be a one person who will divide the fact, like who will do what, and after that is decision is made, then they will try to put that put that decision into some facts, and then produce that furthermore they will go and um, go for further a process in that, and then whatever the allotted time, they will try to complete everything on time and submit that thing. The ability to control oneself under stress. So this is what the leadership quality teaches a leader, that how much stress you are going through. Maybe in that group, when you are given a project, maybe in that group, some people are lazy. They say yes, yes in the first time, and and later on they avoid the things. They say I can't do, or on end time they will say no, I can't have any, I was like this. They have excuses and all. So the leader should have already managed all these things so that he can help the people to come together and try to manage everything on a given allotted time. Then influencing other, the ability to personally affect other action, decision, opinion, or thinking. So a leader always doesn't lead on the group. He also leads on the individuality also. So if their person who is, um, if like for example in office, our boss is very friendly with the employees, then the employee also become very interactive to that person. They will go and tell their personal problems without hesitating, and that leads to mental reduction of the mental stress, and further it will lead to the success of the business and all. So that type of leadership quality a person should have, effective leadership quality that the person should have. Okay. Then goal achievement, the overall ability to set, pursue, and attain achievable personal, professional, and team goals regardless of obstacles or circumstances. So um, always a leader thinks about the group benefit and tries to achieve all the goals that is set by the group through discussion. So he should have an ability to set, pursue, and attain at achievable personal. So they need to have a pursue and attain, means whatever they can have the goal of that thing, they will try to go forward and achieve that particular goal, personally also, professionally also, and as a team also. So even when this all when the process of achievement of the goal is going on, there are so many obstacles. Still the leader tries to have a ability to overcome the obstacle and give the particular achievement to the group. Then there are traits of an effective leader. First one is emotional stability. So a leader shouldn't be very aggressive, or shouldn't be very rude, or shouldn't be so humble, also shouldn't be so polite and soft. The emotional stability should be there so that he can control his emotion and tries to figure out what is the in-depth solution or problem of that situation, and give a solution according to that. Dominance, the person leader are, are often competitive and divisive, and usually enjoy overcoming obstacles. So overall they are, so we can say like dominance in this is whatever he is saying, he is trying to impose that thing to the people by their will. So it is, that is the dominance he is that person leader is doing to the group. Then enthusiasm. So the leader cannot be very lazy, or not interested in the group's demand and all, or always tries to put his own ideas and make it as a, milestone to finish that thing. So it shouldn't be like that, and lazy leaders can ruin the group. So enthusiasm is one of the factor that gives a leader a leadership quality and the influencing power to influence the other.
Conscientiousness.
So now we have the conscientiousness. So leaders are often dominated by the sense of duty and tends to be very exacting in the character. So whatever the character of the person is there, they tries to what we can say, they that person, so he tries to do the work very thoroughly and with the influence, or by the willing power or the wishing quality of the group. So whatever the group wishes, the leader tries to act upon it, and that becomes his character also. They usually have a very high standard of excellence and inward desire to do one's best. So obviously if they know the quality, like this is going to be putting a positive remark to the group members, then they try to put whole uh, heart in that, heart and mind, and try to achieve that thing. And with the intelligence, they use that thing and they complete the facts or the goals with a good excellence. They also have a need to order and tend to be very self disciplined. So they are not like only the group member will be disciplined or they will work for this thing, I will just lead them. It's not like that. He or she also on his part have the quality to um, go through the step by step process to achieve a particular goal and work thoroughly for the group. Then social boldness. So it's not like they shouldn't have a good um, interactive power only in the group, but they should also have an interactive power to talk to anybody in the society or in the higher authority. Tough mindedness means the good leaders are practical, logical, and to the point. So they don't beat around the bush about the facts and problems. They will say, "Okay, this is what I think. What do you have the this thing?" And I have this logic with this example. So what do you think we should go further or not? Even he understands the sentiments of that person, and but he takes a bold step in social boldness. So he takes a bold step to maintain his quality of leader and tries to um, come up with a positive solution. Then self assurance, self confidence, and resilience are common trend among leaders. They tends to be free of guilt and have little or no need for approval. Okay, so whatever they know, that whatever solution he is or she is producing is of his confident and it doesn't have any drawbacks in that. So uh, they know that if I give a positive result to one of the member in the group, maybe the other member will be not satisfied by by my things, but still he tries to have a control over his emotion, and then he tries to have the positivity in him or her and tries to give a solution. Compulsiveness. So they try to find a control over the social interaction. It's not like other person is going on telling this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. The leader should have a quality of overcoming the uh, negativity that is he or she is facing through in front of the person. So decision making power becomes a very crucial part in leaders when there is a social interaction for the group. So hello everyone. So today's topic is about extension teaching method. So till so far we have studied about so many development things and their principles, their objectives, about what is extension education and how extension is related to education and why extension is associated with education and why education is very much important and why it is known as the fundamentals of agriculture extension education. So the subject is moving towards how we are going to have different methods to motivate farmers to participate whatever the programs their extension person is produced before them. So the first introduction, if we talk about what is extension teaching process method, the first one, if we talk about the introduction, is extension is an educational process for bringing about the maximum number of desirable change among the people. So as we have studied in the first lecture in the beginning only, like extension is related to education, and education is very much important to them, because if education is there, then only there will be a desirable change, because people need to get education, get some knowledge from the extension work that is going on, and that will affect their life in some or the other ways. Okay, so uh, which involves both learning and teaching. It's not like only one way process, it's a two-way process. We need to learn also, and we need to teach also. Why teaching and learning both go simultaneously here is, um, if I'm an extension worker, I'm going to the farmers, I'm going to the village, I'm explaining them, like this is the process, this is the way we should go on, we should develop everything, we should this is the method of doing fertilization, or this is the method of spraying the pesticide, and this is the method of sowing, this is the method of harvesting and all. If I am as an extension worker, I have been giving demonstration, I'm teaching that thing. Then people are learning, the farmers in the target area group people are being learning whatever the things I am explaining them. Then maybe if I'm not there forever, so these only the local people, they learn that thing, and they start teaching to the other people who don't understand, or those who are unable to know that how much it is important, how much it is not. Okay, and need some tools or method commonly called as extension teaching method. So uh, for this learning and teaching process, they need some type of tools in the sense like um, any campaign, any area, any demonstration land, machineries, chart papers, pamphlets. We will go on learning this thing in the coming slides, and we will know about it. It is therefore necessary here to understand what is meant by learning, teaching, and extension methods. So, this topic comprises of three major topics, that is learning, teaching, and extension methods. The first component of this um, thing is learning, extension teaching methods is learning. So, what actually learning is? Learning is the process by which an individual, through his own activity, attains a change in his behavior. It is an active process on the part of the learner. So, as definition is quite clear and very straightforward for us to understand what does a learning means. So, learning is, it doesn't happen in a group. It always happens on the individual level. Why individual level? Because a lot of number of people, as many number of people have as many number of minds and thoughts. So learning depends on how they learn that thing. So we have seen in our school life that we were a class of 50 to 80 students, and in that only 20 people were the toppers, because they used to learn while they were hearing to the teachers whatever they are saying in the class. Other 20% of the students were involved in uh, revising the things and then learn. Then the other were the people who used to ask from their friend what does that mean, and then they get to learn from them. And then the rest of them used to either uh, read it out every time and then come to a conclusion, and then learn somewhat about the things and write in their own words. So learning depends on individual capacity, it doesn't depends on the group capacity. Individual means every person individual have different mind, and the way of thinking or way of grasping things or observing things is different from person to person. So here, as the definition explains, learning is the process by which an individual, through his own activity here means the way I learn, what I'm doing. If I'm listening, I'm learning from it. If I'm writing, I'm learning from it. If I'm acting according to the things given, I learn from it. If we are some people, they learn while doing demonstration, practical work. Some they learn by the theories. Some they like theory, some they like practical. So this is the way they are more to learn the things attain, and then attains a change in his behavior. Change in his behavior is okay, whatever the way they have learned, that particular learning is going to affect their behavior. They will act after some time according to the whatever they have learned. Okay, it is an active process on the part of the learner. So it's not just um, a part of only a single person or the person who is teaching them. It's always on the part of the learner. Like learner, whatever it will, they will hear, they will listen, they will see, they will act upon it, and the activeness of that person depends on that particular individual only. The second part is effective learning elements. Now, it's not just like one thing is means only they listen or they have somewhere they listen that thing and then they're not done. No, there is some effective learning elements also. Some elements are there which helps in effective learning. Like whatever you are teaching, they are going to learn instantly. So the essential role of an extension worker is to create effective learning situation. uh, Learning situations here means the environment that is given to them and how they will learn. For example, if a extension workers goes and uh, explain about um, the ways of spraying the pesticides. Okay, then if they are trying to see how much this um they will put into the situation, like there will be a field full of pests, and the extension worker will ask the people who are interested or who are volunteer to explain what is learning. They wanted to learn about the thing, so they first he will tell them to act or to do their own ways what they have learned from their childhood. So they will start putting their activity into practice, and he will observe that thing, then write down the right method, wrong method, and where the corrections are needed, and then he will explain, okay, you have done this thing, but if you do this thing in this way, maybe it will be more effective rather than spreading the uh, pesticides from your hands. It is better to have some equipments that will spray in a minute to a more area coverage. So this is the way they will uh, this is the way that creates effective learning situation. An effective learning situation requires the following elements. First one is an instructor. So everything that we are having have a some elements. So the whatever we do, if we want to establish a school, we need to have a land, principal, teachers, students, peons, drivers, buses, benches, chalks, dusters. There are so many elements for that. Then if we want to see in the agriculture field, if you see in the family, there's thousands of elements that are associated to make a family, to make a village and all. So same like that, extension effective learning elements also have some essential elements. The first one is an instructor. Instructor is the always a person who is more knowledgeable, who has the knowledge, complete knowledge about a particular thing, and who act as a leader and goes to the people to teach them with with a concept of making the people aware of the concept and um, have knowledge about the things. Then second one is learner. Obviously, if there is someone to teach, then there will be a someone to learn also. So learners in this extension system, we have always the farmers, because it's an agriculture extension program. So always the learners are the farmers, farm youth, farm women, the old people in the villages and all. Then subject matter, whatever the subject matter is, like if whether the extension program is about irrigation, whether the extension program is about women empowerment, whether the extension program is about fertilizer application, whether the uh, subject is about ways of protecting plant protection measures, okay, horticulture crop techniques and all, kitchen garden and all. So every learning process have a subject on that, particular subject on that, to be disseminate the knowledge. Okay, then teaching materials are there. So if the subject is defined, like if irrigation is the biggest thing, if or the woman empowerment is the biggest thing, so in that woman empowerment or in that irrigation topic, what are the elements, what are the methods or material you will require to teach the people what they want to learn. For example, if you are teaching a woman to do kitchen garden for their earning their livelihood, so, first of all, you need to have all the uh, concepts about the kitchen garden beforehand. Survey, do the survey, whether the people they know what are the crops that are grown in that, and then when you go there, you try to demonstrate that thing with the concern of the people and the area provided by them. If it is successful, then only they will carry that process forward. Otherwise, they will uh, means like they will block that thing. Other than that, you will have so many methods that we will materials, teaching material that we will learn in the coming slides. What are the teaching material that will be required? So like you are showing some movies which is basically dependent on how to do and kitchen garden and all. Then you have some photos of some successful areas where women has done that thing and they are earning a lot in the village areas. So these are the some extension teaching materials that will be required by the extension worker to create a effective learning situation. Then physical facilities should be also there, like if you have a area where you are teaching the people, you need to have some sitting arrangement where like people can't stand for whole day and listen to you, so you have to provide some physical accommodations to them, uh, like good visibility, like people can hear you, good voice should be there. If you're showing some ppts poster, it should be in such a font that people are able to see to it, learn what we have written. The extension worker should skillfully manipulate the elements of the learning situation. So, skillfully manipulate the elements of the learning situation. So, it's like whatever the situation they are put in, whatever the situation are provided to them, the person should be able to change the idea of the person beforehand, whatever they had before. Like if I am a person, I know about the traditional way of cropping or sowing, but the way I will the extension worker will explain them, will give us such a situations or such a condition in a way like the person will be more mesmerized to adopt that thing. Okay, the farmers, the farm women or the farm youth are the local focal point in the learning situation. So, always the local people are the priority of this learning process. The main aim of an extension worker is to bring about a change in in this behavior of people with the help of a just judicial combination and use of different elements. So why, what is the aim of that thing of this effective learning is to bring a desirable change in the person, and by using some other methods so that the people can understand, like, oh, this is very much necessary for us and we should follow it. All the teaching should be carried out according to the need, resource of the local community or group. So it's not like, uh, if I am a person, I'm going to teach something, so I'm just going on teaching, person is not understanding, or I'm taking some other topic which is not relevant to them. Okay, the main uh, problem that is situated in that area is about the water scarcity, or if you see the pesticide attack, or the salinity in the water. These is the basic, the main problem of that area. And you are going and telling about the women violence or cyber crime, or fraud, corruption, and all. They are not going to listen to all that funny things, because whatever the main important thing they are facing, that is more important than whatever the things they are being explained. Then the other method is teaching. The other part of that learning, teaching is, second part of the learning teaching extension, um, teaching method is teaching. So teaching is the process of arranging situation in which the things to be learned are brought to the notice of the learner. So whatever I am teaching, like just now I gave the example, like, if the salinity of the water is the problem of the village, so you should have enough knowledge about the thing, how to solve that thing, then only the learner will be attracted to it. So if it is not important to that person, then maybe that person is not going to carry that same knowledge to the other people. If he is not able to understand or she is not able to understand why you are telling that thing, they are not going to carry that same knowledge to the other people. Okay, so their interest is developed and desire aroused, means like whatever the interest they are having, first we have to look at that, and then we have to teach on that thing so that the people can carry that same knowledge to other people. They are stimulated to actions. So for example, if we want to teach the farmer the use and advantage of chemical fertilizer, we do this by conducting demonstration on their field. So same thing, if they want to, if you want to explain something new to them, try to have demonstration so that the people are more interested and they know, like, this one is going to be more effective to me. Showing them how the fertilizer are applied. So, like, this is the example. This person, here it is demonstrated. Like, if you want to explain about the chemical fertilizer, you need to demonstrate like that thing, how to apply, how to how much amount of fertilizer you have to take for which crop, and in which condition, in which soil, before or after, at what time you should apply and all. Then compare the yield of the fertilized crop with that of the crops to which no fertilizer has been applied. So there should be a comparative study also, so that the people can understand what which one is much better. So they will have some sample land and then tested land, in which in the sample land you have the traditional way of growing, commercial ways of traditional way of growing the things, and in the second part, they will provide chemical fertilizers, and that uh, because of that chemical fertilizers, they will monitor the effect of the growth on the crops. After seeing the beneficial effects of a fertilizer, the farmer is convinced and motivated to act and start their fertilizer just regularly. So after seeing all this thing, the benefit of the chemical fertilizer only, the people, the farmers will start having some knowledge about it, and they will start uh, act upon this, and they will be convinced like this is the method that is very much good and we should follow it, and then they will carry it forward. So this is all about extension teaching methods, and what are the two main components of extension teaching method. First one is learning and the second one is teaching. Okay, so learning is the primary thing which start with an individual, and teaching goes to a group of people with a demonstration that will help them to accept the things. So next topic that we will study is about um, extension teaching methods and all the ways how it is adopted and how the process goes on.